Hey everyone, my name is Matt Wazowski, and I'm leading the new digital events team here at SAE International. Wanted to make this quick video to preview the brand new Evolving to MedDev online conference we're holding from April 27th to April 29th on the Hopin platform. Evolving to MedDev is truly a first of its kind event, as it's the first time this event has been designed specifically to teach automotive and aerospace suppliers and OEMs about medical devices and the PPE markets, in case they're interested in learning how to diversify the revenue streams. This event was born out of an exhaustive research study conducted by SAE International, PRI, and Medical Design Briefs teams last summer. One of its major conclusions was that an event like this would not only be incredibly valuable, but would be unique as well. On one hand, the presenters and sponsors are all leaders within the medical devices industry, while on the other hand, the attendees and participants will primarily be from the automotive and aerospace sectors. So let's share a little bit about what you can expect at this digital event in terms of sessions, speakers, sponsors, and networking. As you can see, with me are Connie Conboy from PRI and Medicred, got Joe Pramberger of the SAE Media Group and Medical Designs Briefs team, and we got Bill Billman here, subject matter expert extraordinaire when it comes to everything additive manufacturing. Sorry, Bill, just wanted to make you blush for a second. All right, so Connie, why don't you go first and just tell us a few things that you're excited for at MedDev.
Sure, thanks, Matt. I actually think this is a terrific opportunity for any company that's interested in moving into the medical device space. We're going to be having sessions that will talk about the Medicred program, which enables companies to really differentiate themselves and become a valued supplier into the medical device industry. You'll hear from executives within the industry. There are 10 major medical device companies that are really participating in this program that oversees the Medicred program, and will discuss will actually be there to discuss how it works, what you need to do to get into that type of program and become accredited. And then also you'll hear from suppliers that have been through the process, and they've been able to gain some nice business within the medical device industry as a result. You'll also hear from the government funding group that could support you in this journey for accreditation. I think it should be very interesting because there's some nice funding available as well that you'll learn about. But you'll even have some special workshops where we'll talk about the specific requirements in a couple areas such as plastics and electronics. So I think it's a packed agenda really, with lots of how-tos to get into the industry.
Great, yeah, and I think that's an important point. It's that, so not only will there be a lot of high-level information, but there's also going to be some very practical sort of roll-up-your-sleeves information as well. So I think it's a nice balance of both worlds. All right, so Joe, why don't you share a little bit more about why you think this event will be so unique and so valuable?
Well, first of all, it is unique. This is the first event specifically designed to help aerospace and automotive company managers to expand their footprint in the medical device market. And the medical device market is a robust and growing market. It's $450 billion worldwide today, approximately, and is expected to grow to $600 billion by 2023. So the opportunity is there. The question is, how do companies take advantage of that? That's where we are stepping in to help. At the background a little bit, you mentioned the research. I think that's important because where the genesis of this is when the pandemic hit, we published a number of engineering magazines in the mobility field as well as in medical. And our editors were seeing a large number of influx of article ideas and press releases from traditional mobility companies in the automotive and the aerospace fields, who were wanted to share their stories about how they were helping the cause by supplying respirators, protective gear, hospital equipment, detection devices, antiviral technologies, and more. And so we looked and said, is there a larger sustainable trend here, a shift in the marketplace that is happening. So the research we went out with in a nutshell showed that fully a third of these companies surveyed in the mobility, these traditional mobility markets, were either already expanding into medical or had plans to do so. And a majority of those said they'd welcome an event that would help them navigate their way in this market, which isn't easy, and find the right strategic marketing and manufacturing partners. So that's what this event is about. It's to address that growing need and help companies who are, they may be at the early stage thinking about this, about what might be involved, the FDA regulatory navigation, the partnership opportunities, the funding opportunities, the government partnership opportunities. And so through Connie's organization and PRI and Medicred, with their reach into the major medical OEM and supplier community, through our industry-leading publication, Medical Design Briefs, which reaches the top tier of technical professionals in the medical device market, we're tapping those resources to bring forth a program and speakers that are really in a position to help these companies who are thinking about that move. So we're very excited about this because it truly is unique, valuable, and it will be a service to the industry.
I think I'm going to use that as a tagline: valuable and a service to the industry. We should write that down. You can do the rest of our marketing, Joe. All right. So, Bill, thanks to your handiwork, there is going to be a lot of content, predominantly on Wednesday, April 28th, about additive manufacturing. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about what attendees are going to learn about AEM?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Matt. Well, thank you for the kind introduction. It's interesting that these are two prominent spaces for additive manufacturing, both aerospace and medical. And this is the first conference that I know of that really addresses some of the similarities and differences. So additive manufacturing, also known as 3D printing, has become this panacea as of late for the, basically the ability to create anything. And the question is, can we or should we in some cases, especially for highly regulated industries? And that's part of the similarity between aerospace and medical, is they both first entry because they're highly regulated, because safety is of paramount importance, but also they use commonality of metals. And I think that's the connectivity between aerospace and medical. So they both use titanium extensively, titanium hip cups, implants, spinal implants, titanium used extensively in the gas turbine as well as the airframe. And then to a certain extent, a new material to aerospace, cobalt chrome. But we print that. So this panel will address some of those similarities and differences. We're really, really fortunate to have some experts on the panel. We have an individual who's now a consultant, Dr. Mike Hawkins, that was formerly an executive in engineering at Zimmer Biomet, which is one of the world's largest medical device companies. We also have Dr. Elaine Fu, who is now a manager at Triumph, but she has an extensive history in a titanium company, it's called Tymet, and also has exposure to the space industry. And then we have a representative from American Makes, most likely the executive director, John Wawalski, who will be able to talk to us from a more practical standpoint about the manufacturing supply chain here in the U.S. So it's absolutely spectacular. I commend you for pulling this together, and I'm excited about the opportunity going forward. So thank you.
Thanks. I mean, it's a team. That's why we're all here talking about this, trying to get everyone excited for it. Okay, so before we wrap up, I just want to talk about a few other points. I'm going to talk about the platform, our sponsors, and some of the networking opportunities that will be available at the event as well. First, this event will be run on the Hopin platform. For those of you unfamiliar with it, it's a relatively new platform, but it was built specifically for digital events, which I think is an important distinction because a lot of other platforms that you may have used in the past 12 months, most of them weren't created with online only in mind. What that kind of means is that the Hopin platform focuses not only on the sessions and the speakers like a lot of others do, but it was actually, it creates a terrific virtual expo area, as well as numerous ways for meaningful interaction and networking among attendees. Also, just as an aside, Hopin raised $400 million about a week ago on a $5 billion valuation. So it's quickly becoming the leading platform in the virtual event space. So, get used to it now, because I think that's going to become the default over the next couple of years. So you can get your expertise in early. But also this means that you'll have a lot of ways to interact with attendees and our sponsors, including our gold sponsors, who are Boston Microfabrication, FUTech, and Boyd Corporation. You can visit all of our sponsors' virtual booths, set up appointments, and actually also request at any time a spontaneous instant video call with any of them during the event. We're also going to be offering daily office hours with our gold silver sponsors, so you can informally jump into any of their office hour sessions to learn a little bit more about them and how you may be able to have them help out your businesses. Also, sticking with the interaction theme, within the platform, attendees can instantly chat or request instant video calls with other attendees at any point. And each day is actually going to end with an informal daily recap session in which attendees and presenters can all interact with each other to talk about what happened during each day's sessions. So we really want to, again, emphasize that networking and discussion piece is going to be really the forefront. Finally, we know that many folks are still adjusting digital events, so we purposely designed this event with a lot of best practices in mind. We're going out of our way to encourage interaction and networking. We're limiting every session to 30 minutes to ensure they're quick but powerful. And each event day is only about 3 to 4 hours long, because we certainly don't expect you to sit in front of your laptop from 9 to 5 each day. So with that, we're really excited and honored to launch Evolving to MedDev 2021. We hope you'll join us. You can learn more or register at sae.org/MedDev. That's 2 Ds in MedDev. With that, so Joe, Bill, Connie, thanks for hopping on. Hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of you in the coming weeks, April 27th to 29th, Evolving to MedDev 2021. See you there.
Thanks, Matt.
Look forward to it.
Cheers
Thank you.
all.